Tēnā rā tātou katoa. Today is Wednesday the 19th of October 2022 and today I have two guests with me, Jordyn and Joanne Vilipaama-Mokalei, and they are joining me here today for Niuean Language Week. Whakalowhalahi atu.
Uhuwhi atu e tau mana tu whakalowhalahi kia koe malilifu.
Whakalowhalahi atu. Kia ora. And as usual, we'll start off the day with oral questions, 12 questions to ministers. And I'd like to highlight two of those questions. Question number 7 from Nicole McKee to the Minister of Justice, and her question asks, how much in financial reparations is currently outstanding to victims of crime, and what is the lowest amount being paid by instalment to a victim? And also highlighting question number 10, which is also to the Minister of Justice, from Chloe Swarbrick, and her question asks, does she have confidence in the government's approach to regulating the use and supply of all drugs, including alcohol? So once questions to ministers have been completed, we will move into our usual Wednesday item, the general debate. And following the general debate, today is a Members' Day, and so the first on the order paper is the third reading of Rachel Boyack's Plain Language Bill, which promotes the use of plain English in official documents and websites. And I'm going to ask Jordyn to tell us about the next two bills.
Second is the third reading of Steph Lewis Biosecurity, Information for Incoming Passengers, Amendment Bill which will require all craft coming to New Zealand to provide biosecurity information to the people on the board by means of audiovisual recordings and writing. Third is the second reading of Ginny Anderson's Crime, Child Exploitation Offences, Amendment Bill which will create new offences for people 18 years or older who use electronic communications to harm under 16-year-olds, and it will increase penalties for offences relating to the sexual grooming of children online.
And I'll also ask Joe to tell us about the fourth and fifth bills today.
Fourth is the first reading of the Honourable Dr. Duncan Webb's Companies Directors' Duties Amendment Bill, which makes it clear that a company director acting for a company must take into account wider matters other than the financial bottom line. For example, the principles of te tiriti, environmental impacts, good corporate ethics, being a good employer, and the interests of the wider community. Fifth is the first reading of Rawiri Waititi's Electoral Right to Switch Roles Freely Amendment Bill, which would enable Māori voters to switch between the Māori and the non-Māori electoral roles at any time.
And finally, if we have time today, we have the first reading of the Sale and Supply of Alcohol Harm Minimisation Amendment Bill from Chloe Swarbrick, which seeks to abolish appeals on local alcohol policies in order to provide local control over alcohol regulation. The bill also seeks to implement a ban on alcohol sponsorship and advertising at streamed and live sports events and at all sporting venues. Nō reira, tēnā koutou katoa I tēnei rā, I tēnei wiki, te wiki o te reo o Niue. Nō reira, whakalowhalahi atu.